It's another day. We're going to Scottshead now, and we're gonna go for a little swim, I believe, possibly, maybe today. But I'm gonna show my family some of the landmarks around there, such as at the hill where they got the cannon, radio tower. Down there is Surreal, the town. You can see Jungle Bay up there in the hillside, and then Scottshead is this way where the two seas are separated. So we're just heading down there now. Let's get going, and as always, like, subscribe, share with whoever's interested in this kind of content, and comment any suggestions of what you want me to showcase, places to visit, countries to visit. Let's get it, let's go. Boom. What the hell? That's murder. We've got some hurricane damage here. So Dominica had a hurricane not so long ago, and they're still recovering from the damage of it. Point Michelle was quite bad last time I came, but they fixed quite a few things, but some haven't been done yet, such as this little point going towards Scottshead. So now we're just walking into Scottshead town itself. I haven't ate nothing yet, so I'm gonna get something to eat before we actually start walking up to the point. Alright, so right now, just made it to the bridgeway between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. So obviously on the right side you got the Caribbean Sea, but what we're going to do is walk up to the top of the hill in that direction. You'll be able to see the cannon point and also the radio tower that they now have there too. But this is what it looks like, man. Scottshead in all its glory. Let's go look at the ocean first. Sometimes you see turtles in this ocean as well. Yeah, sometimes you see turtles in the ocean around there. Up there is like where all the homes are, and the village goes all up the hill. This is the Atlantic Ocean. When you're coming in from Martinique on the boat, the both waters intersect and it just becomes one body of water for a brief period of time, and that's beyond on the other side of that mountain. And then around that side on the right, if you walk on the right, then they've got like a swimming point over there. It's called like Fiji, that's what the locals call it. If you go on the left, there's like a cave where all the water flows in from the ocean. A couple people drowned there before, but it's like a lot of people go there to go like scuba diving and things like that. Just an interesting fact. We're heading to the Fiji part, where everybody goes for a swim. The difference between the waters here in comparison to some of the other islands is it's rocky. Most of the islands are sandy. Of course, Dominica being a volcanic island, you already know it has black sand. Or if you didn't know, now you know. The limestone islands have white sand, the volcanic islands have black sand. So Dominica has more of a rocky beaches, and if they do have sandy beaches, it's normally black sand. You wouldn't really find much white sand because it needs to be a limestone beach, not a volcanic one. So this is the Fiji. Essentially, it's like a nice swimming point where it's like a bay, and you can swim here, swim out. If you were to swim around there, you would go to, if you went far enough, you would end up in the Atlantic Ocean. But this part is the Caribbean Sea. As I said, there's like a part where everything intersects, like literally in the middle of this, and you have both bodies of water joining as one. But this is the calmer side. You would have to be a real daredevil to go swimming in the ocean side of it, but let's have a quick look at the Fiji, and then we're going to head up to the top of this hill up there. Let's go. Yeah, so it's changed a lot from when I used to be here as a kid. Now they've got all these walls built up, people could sit down. It's more like things have changed a lot. Like I said, Dominica retains its natural entity itself, but they do little things just to make tourism a little bit better. So this is the Fiji point. As you can see, there's a few tourists here already, and another guy swimming over there. So I'm not going to disturb them. But yeah, man, so it's the Scottshead in its glory, man. Scottshead, I noticed, has become a very popular place for tourists as well as Portsmouth. Those two areas are the biggest places which tourists go to and stay. It's changed so much over the years, man. Honestly, I can't even tell you, because tourism was a thing but it stayed within Roseau. No one ever came to these areas much, and if they did, it was like a guided tour. But now everybody's doing Airbnbs, and people are staying in homes and hotels and villas and stuff around the coastline around here, up on the hill. So yeah, Dominica's changed a lot tourism wise. I'm proud of that. I'm happy of that. You know, people are starting to discover our island more. You know, big up Dominica, big up the Dominicans, big up them, man. Let's get it. Let's head up to the high point now and see what we can see from up there. As I was saying about the changes in the area, as I mentioned, now you could actually drive a vehicle up here. Before it was just a dirt road that you had to walk up, but now they've paved it all for people to drive vehicle. So as I'm doing this walk, I'm probably gonna have to stop off on the side a few times to let some cars go, but I guess this makes it an easier walk. At the top of this you have the radio tower. You also have the cannon from the wall. We've got some information here actually. Okay, Dominica has the highest concentration of live volcanoes in the world. There are 9 in an area of less than 300 square miles. Geographically, Surreal is the youngest part of the island, and we got that in French here too. Then you have like the line of islands. Bit more information here. Kasha Crew. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they call this point. Marine Bay, Marine Park. It's a little bit faded by the sun, so I can't really see what they're trying to say. Oh, as you can see, Caribbean's been treating me well though. Got a tan, feeling lively, looking lively. Oh, so yeah, man, like, I feel like if you're coming to this part of the island, definitely spend a day here, because there is a few things to see, which obviously I'm going to show in this video, but just in general I'm going to let you know. So we got the Sulphur Springs. From the Sulphur Springs there used to be a hike where you can see like an active volcano crater, where there's a lot of sulphur fumes, and so essentially it just smells like egg, and you can actually pick up the sulphur in your hand. I'm not sure if that's still something there because there was a hurricane that kind of changed things, but they had that, as well as obviously the different sulphur springs and a couple of hikes around the area. Last time I came, the sulphur springs were still there. It's kind of changed around a little bit after the hurricane, but for the most part it still has the same amount of pools. I believe you are also able to buy some of the sulphur clay, or maybe I think you could just put it on yourself and then go swimming after, similar to what you could do in St. Lucia. Okay, so we got another information board here. Oh, it's just about the wildlife. So yeah, we're about halfway up now, I'd say. From here you can see different species of cacti. We're coming up to the radio tower now, and from here you're looking down on Fiji, so the bay. That side Atlantic Ocean, this side Caribbean Sea. But as I was saying, if you're coming to Scottshead, I would recommend 24 hours. You don't really need that long in it, but if you don't want to rush things and take your time, especially if you're walking and you like to hike and things like that, then definitely I'll say 24 hours is a good amount of time for yourself. And so you also got Scottshead and Surreal in combination. You can check out both places. There's also Gallion. I haven't been up there since I was younger, so I'm not sure what they've got going on there now, but it kind of just used to be a town on the top of the mountain. I think there's a car coming up here now. Oh no, it's just the music from a distance. But coming up here, there's loads of viewpoints where you can stop off, take some pictures, just admire Dominica, you know. Well, almost at the first viewpoint, I would say the first proper viewpoint. So I'll show you what it looks like from up there. Last time I came here, I got a series of photos here, one of which was my favorite photo for a while. So you can see little elements of where the fort was. They had different areas, as you would expect from a fort. You know, you got your barracks, you got your watchtowers, you got things like that. So this is the viewpoint here. See how beautiful this is? Literally a panoramic view of Scott's Head and surreal in the distance over there. Looks like they got some new apartments all on the hill there. Wow. Wow. And then you can see clearly the two different bodies of water. One calm on this side, one rough on that side. Let's keep heading to the top. And then Jungle Bay is over there in the distance with all the green roofs. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with you guys when I'm at the top. Alright, so now we've made it to the top where you get the best view platform, and you can see the cannon that they used to use to fire on the incoming ships. I'm fairly certain when I was younger I used to be able to go a little bit higher up, but it looks like they've changed that now. Here's the cannon that they used to use. It's been taken good care of. And here's the view from the top. So yeah man, there you have it. Oh, there is a walking part over there. I can see these tourists going up there. So they've actually made a stairway now for you to get up to the higher point. Didn't see this last time I came, but I'm glad I've seen a few tourists going up here. So now we can actually get to the real top and see what it looks like. Yeah, this is the path I remember when it was rough like this. Yeah, not what. But I think they've put that there and they've kind of cut into it, because the whole thing used to be like this, you know. Alright, let's head to the top there. So this is the beaten down path that they used to have, the natural path. So let's head up and see what we're dealing with. It's much smoother when it's concreted, but I guess this gives you the real exploration vibe. So we're almost at the top now. Yeah, this is how I remember it. So you can see that Atlantic Ocean in the distance there. The wind is crazy. Okay, so now we're at the real top. This is what it used to look like. I remember you used to have all these ruins around you when you came out to the top. Obviously now it's kind of been changed, I think, because of the hurricane and the wearing away of the structure. But this is the real top, so literally 360 of Scott's Head. Ocean behind us, sea behind us. And this is the ruins of the old fort. Wow. Okay guys, so we're heading back down now. That was it for Scott's Head. As I mentioned, if you're coming down to this side of Dominica, make sure you visit up there. Now you know there's also a second part you can walk up, and obviously you've got the beach and the Fiji down there.